Hey everyone, welcome back. See, last week I had a guest on my stream, Aviria, from Aviriia, Swtor, lore, and more. And if you don't know about her, how do you know about her and you're here watching my channel? What is wrong with you? I had her on my stream so we can talk lore and Star Wars: The Old Republic together, and it was a lot of fun. Here is a video of our talk. But first, did you guys know that 80% of the people that watch my content aren't subscribed? Unacceptable! So if you do like this video and my content, please subscribe to Birdface Watching and take this like button out to the wilds of Drummond Koss and throw it in front of a Gundark. And make sure to watch this video to the end because, guys, I outlawed the lore master. Please enjoy. Also follow me on Twitch. Alright, well, we are live for the fun little old lore discussion. I am actually super stoked to just have you here and just to talk to you and stuff like that. I was watching your videos for like the longest time. It was I've been playing Star Wars: The Old Republic for 10 years. Like I've been here since day one, and I still like had no. I like for a while I didn't even know how augments and stuff worked. Or really how a lot of stuff worked. I just played the game.
You're like, I'm playing the game. I don't know how it works, but I like it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, exactly. Because I was coming from Star Wars Galaxies, and I like, I'm not gonna lie, most of the time I spent role playing.
That's very fair enough. That's very roleplay is fun. Roleplay it's actually how we start as well. Like you just roleplay and then you just start to do the rest. For the first 2 years of the game, I had a Jedi Shadow that stood at level 26 just because I was busy role playing with him. Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
I think the first time I actually got to level cap, I got to level cap on a Jedi Knight in year 1, and I couldn't find an ops group for Eternity Vault. Like I couldn't find I had no idea what raids were. Like I had no idea how they worked. So for the longest time,
it's scary for new people. Usually, it's like if you're not familiar with it or have people to bring you to, it's like very scary.
Well, yeah, because you hear raids and you're like this big old huge 8-person activity that's really really hard. Hi, Silent Nobody, have it through us. Welcome back. Glad to see you guys here. Don't call me a nerd.
Hey guys.
but yeah, like raids were big and intimidating. Like back when, God, how old was I? Jeez, gosh, I'm old. Holy crap.
Years ago.
2011 is when the game came out. 2012 is when I finally hit level cap. God, I was 18. No, I was 18. Yeah, I was about to turn 18. So, yeah, a little bit. You know, it's been almost exactly 10 years. Because, what? December 20th? Is this when this game turns 10 years old?
Yeah, 2021, 2011.
Yeah.
And before that, there were like the little beta things where you could play for like a weekend, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so awesome.
I was an ongoing beta tester. So I got to see the game 3 months before everyone else did.
I got to play briefly, but my computer was so potato. I was like, yeah, I got to Corabed, and my computer could not even run Corabed. I was like, yeah, I need to do something before the game gets really out because it's not playable. I
went to my friend's house and was like, can I have your RAM sticks? Can I have your motherboard? Can I have your old CPU? And they were like, sure, I've got like this freaking dual core Intel thing with like 8 gigs of RAM you can have. So I went home and shoved it in my parents' computer, and I did. And I think Star Wars: The Old Republic pushed me to learn more about computers so I can have a computer that could run it. And once I finally got the thing up and running, it was the best thing ever. And then I did it just because I was like, I'm an ongoing beta tester. And my friends were angry because we all signed up for the beta, and I was the only one that got in.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. No, I think it was also in the interview. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen the interview, but basically how I started playing was like, I got this bunch of roleplay friends as well. They were like, oh, you should play with us. We can actually walk around. I was like, I never really play games that much. Like, it was so good. Like, English is not my native language, so we were like all Dutch, and I was like, oh man, I need to get better in English because I was at school, it was high school, and my English was like absolutely fucking terrible. I just could not speak English at all.
And Tulia, thank you for the follow very much.
Like, and the game just got me to do English. Like, I didn't even know. It's
well,
yeah, it's...
So you played this game to learn English?
Kind of, like, it's really not to learn English, but it certainly did help with my English, because you hear English, you read English, you start to understand English, you have to understand, otherwise you can't really do anything else unless you put it into German or French, and I also don't speak German or French.
That makes sense, because that's why I play anime games, because I'm learning Japanese.
Ooh, that's awesome.
which I'm not gonna lie, learning Japanese is easier than learning Mandoa. I RP in order to unlearn English. Vathrima said I RP in order to unlearn English. All right.
That's so cool.
Like, RP drew me to this game only because I was introduced to roleplay in Star Wars Galaxies, and I had no idea what role-playing was. The only association I had with roleplay was through games like D&D, and I had heard about and never actually played. But then my friend introduced me in like 2009 to this role-playing forum when I was like 16 and edgy, and I started with forum roleplay. And then when I jumped over to Star Wars Galaxies, it was just like, oh no, there's this huge RP community in a Star Wars game where you roleplay in the game and chat and all that. So I got involved in that. And then when Star Wars The Old Republic was announced, that's when I really got into roleplay. So in like year 1, year 2, year 3 of this game, that was all I did on a Bajoran colony. That was like my home roleplay server.
Like, I actually found back a couple of friends who we started to play with, and this is like also 2011, and we started off on the progenitor, and it was so funny because most people, they, like, I came from this game, and I was so embarrassed to tell, but you know Habbo Hotel?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I started to roleplay, was like a little kid, and that's how I got introduced into roleplay. And I was like,
nice!
But that's like completely different than this. Like, you built your own place. I was like, I was very creative with the tabletop stuff, and I was like, oh, have you played Galaxies? And I was like, nope, I have not.
Oh my gosh! And Galaxies is like the progenitor of this game, and I really wish there was. I really wish this game had taken a lot of stuff from Galaxies, because Galaxies had some what was storyteller tokens, where you could like use like tokens to like spawn things in the world that wouldn't like award EXP and stuff like that. But you could like, if you were like role playing a space battle, they had a storyteller token that you would hit it, and it would activate a space battle overhead that you couldn't interact with, but it would help build atmosphere. It was sick.
That was so cool.
Like,
that sounds so cool.
Yeah, and like what is it? Player housing in Galaxies was like it was more of a sandbox game, so you could like have like RP communities had like guild towns. So you would have like a building that was like a castle thing that you would set up as your guild hall, and then you would also decorate it with like whatever you wanted.
Something that they have. It sounds like something that they have in Final Fantasy kind of thing. Like, if also other people could actually visit it.
Yeah, that's the way it was. It was like it was less of a, like, that's one thing I say about Strongholds in this game. They feel like weird little islands, and it doesn't feel like it's part of the game. Every Stronghold feels like here's your own little pocket dimension. And I was like, I don't feel like I'm part of the game anymore. What if I want to just have people walk by? What if I want to interact with the
like
world?
A little neighborhood, like that would be so cool. Just thinking about like a giant thing. But it's like, if you just like, I started to play Final Fantasy 14, and there's like literally housing wars going over there.
Yeah,
and people just trying to get an apartment over. Like I can't imagine how Swtor will be if that would happen. It would be so cool though, but it's.
See,
I think people fight for it, like literally fight for it.
See, like what I always said is Star Wars: The Old Republic needs like what I was talking about, because in game design, like the way the engine is designed, it'd be really hard to do it the way they do in Final Fantasy. But the way they could do it in this game is they already sort of have something built in to the game that's like that, and that is the like the starship ring on the fleets. So what they could do is they could have like an area where it's like a hub area where like the stronghold, so like for example Tatooine, you had like a special area where you step through that instance thing and you step into someone's stronghold. So if you had like a nice hub area, that'd be like perfect for like place where you could just like meet up, chill, and then step through an instance into someone's stronghold. You could do it that way. So that way the stronghold feels less disconnected and still part of like, oh, hey, this is an area where we all meet and our strongholds are over there somewhere.
That's so true. Well, they have the right now the stronghold section that you can visit, but it doesn't work like, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice if you give someone a key and such, but it's like, they can do something with it.
Yeah. Oh,
they should be doing something.
I started RPing on Ebon Hawk. I was playing on Shadowlands, but only as PvE before that. I had RP'd before, but was hesitant to do it on Star Wars: The Old Republic. Sadly, I still question whether or not it was a good choice. But it's not the worst one I've ever made either. Yeah, Star Wars: The Old Republic roleplay can hit you like that. Is this good or bad? I don't know.
It is a special place somewhere. Like, it's gonna be really fun, but it's gonna be also so incredibly toxic. Like, I'm a guild leader of like roleplay guilds. Sadly, the roleplay guild is slightly dying right now because it's a thing of being a guild mouse. Like, you need to be there, and if you're not there, it's like you give the officers a thing to do, and it's like they just don't do it.
Oh, trust me, yeah.
That's a story. That's a story doing all the time. But there's so much toxicity going on. It's like people don't give you, like, they don't want you to have stuff in character, especially if you're doing Civ roleplay. Like, Civ roleplay, they're all icy nurses type of people.
Oh my gosh,
they only
yes.
care about themselves. And then you have Jedi roleplayers who are like the monk of space. They are like all Buddha type of things. And then there is like, and then the people who are like in the middle, who are like doing more like the Mandalorian stuff and the scoundrel stuff, and they are like more free people, and they usually do it on like the side. They are not heavy role players.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the community in a nutshell.
Yeah, like
oh,
people don't have a dial. It's like they don't have a dial that they turn on that they can adjust for roleplay. And I spent a long time like learning to adjust that dial. Like my character Layla, anyone who knows me and has roleplay with me, like they know that I'm very careful with how I'm like okay, so if Layla is in charge of this, I can't have this be turned up so far that it's like, why is your character doing this? But I also want to maintain a certain level of development with the character being dangerous and being powerful and also not overshadowing a canon character. So it's the constant measuring of where your character is in regard to the universe and in regards to other players. And roleplay is built a lot on trust. It's built a lot on trust. And if you don't feel like you can trust other players, it's really hard to enjoy. So I think
it's a Civ roleplay really bad because Civ wanna backstab each other. They just try to do like power plays and such things.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to trust people. Like they're not talking about like taking oaths, like the in-character stuff to out of character and out of character to in-character. But people really wanna get like they wanna get higher up in the Civ hierarchy and in the roleplay. And it's just sometimes it can get to a point that it's just overshadowing like someone's mental health. And I've seen this happening so many times in the roleplay. I'm like, hey guys, it's just a game. Chill. Just chill. It's good if you want to work to something. But if they're like, oh, you don't tell me what happened, you are against me. They're like turning freaking Anakin.
Oh my gosh,
yes, in real life. And I'm like, no. This is just roleplay. You are against me. I cannot progress my character because of you. Like, this is just roleplay. I would love to give you everything that I have, but it also has to make in-character sense. Like, there's one person in my guild who was like, she's a nice person out of character, but in character, it's a terrible Civ. It's just a Civ that they just want to have over everything on the plate. I'm like, I'm happy to give you tasks, but don't just expect things for free. And then at that moment they just only rely on you to provide character, and it also gives so much stress, and it just becomes like so much stress. Oh, silly. And then with the constant backstabbing in Civ roleplay, it's just
oh my gosh, yes. It like when it comes to, and not to mention when it comes to people role-playing Civ, they always they have a huge head on their shoulders. They have a huge head on their like they get big heads. They're like, it's like they're just like, I'm going to be the next Malgus, the next Emperor, the next Vader, the next something. And I'm like, bruh, you have to remember where you are, where your character is. I get that your character is the decision you made in the game, but that's not you. You're going to be role-playing this Civ character. You're gonna have to lower your expectations and lower your view of yourself super low, my guy. Like,
oh, there is this instance that happened now 1.5 years ago when they started the Aviriia guild. There was this one guy who was an acolyte neophyte from this other guild, and he joined us as an officer to help things out. And I didn't know he was very low on his sheet, but basically he did a sheet upgrade, which is fair enough, fair. But apparently, I don't know if you've got if you're watching anime and those things for the Japanese language. So what he did was just imagine, if you have a Sith, you walk into a room and you're going to fight like a Jedi and a Mandalorian.
yeah.
And he icily somehow carried a beatbox type of thing, like classical hip hop beatbox.
Yeah.
He started to run up the wall, lightning all around him, started to spin with his lightsaber in a Taru, and basically jumped on the ground, lightning all over the place. And I was like, you were only a neophyte 2 weeks ago. What? Also, he summoned a rave, like a Sith spawn.
That's
just before that.
Oh my god!
I just
like,
sat there,
why?
I had to deal with that as a guild master and as a dungeon master in that very moment. I just sat there, like I need a moment, and I need to drink in real life. I was just like, I don't know how to deal with this. I honestly don't know how to deal with this. This is not good.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
also love the guild, but I was just sitting there like, I don't see Satil Shan doing this. I don't see Darth Malkus doing this. I don't even see Valen doing this. You're stronger than Valen. Congratulations.
Congratulates. Yeah, congrats. Just absolutely just congrats to you, sir. and like
Yeah.
I feel like running a guild. Running a guild.
It's hard.
It's hard. It's almost as hard as DMing an actual game of D&D. Except constantly.
D&D gameplay is peanuts compared to that, I think. Like, you have a sheet system that you need to keep track of. You have people, like that's the thing. Like, I basically about to set up with a guild. I was like, hey, I will do the OC part. I will do guild management. I will do, like, people management. I'm going to be, like, human resources type of stuff. In-game events, I will leave it all to you guys. I just am currently not available because of school at all. I'm just too busy. I also want to leave some sanity. It's just please. And it's just, in the end, because you're the guild master, everyone will always keep looking at you. And so you have to be there. And so it's hard running it, but also really mentally stressful.
Yeah. Blueberry Gob Gob says, I think leading a guild is harder than DMing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
you're
like,
also a DM at the same time. Because if you're running a guild,
exactly.
you're also a DM.
Yeah, if you're a GM of a roleplay guild, you have to you're the guild leader and you're the dungeon master. So it's double trouble.
I will love to show you a document that I've been working on. So basically, I had this event, and I will. Oh my god, where is it? It's somewhere in my documents. But it's just because
we completely divulged from the topic I wanted to talk about, but this is fun.
But this is also lore. This is also great.
Yeah,
this is also absolutely great.
This is absolutely just fun. This is great.
I am trying to find.
Before you take off, I do want to talk about, because I'm going to be doing a video on it. I am going to be doing a lore video on it, and I do want to run this by. I do want to run this by you because I want to see if you knew this or not about GSI and Thorn.
I barely know anything about it. I know a lot of things about lore, but I'm not like a lore heavy specialist, if you know what I mean.
You have
like, I do my research when it comes to.
You have the lore master tag in the Star Wars: The Old Republic Discord server. You are betrayal.
Betrayal. No, it's one of the things. It's just.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things.
There's a lot of things. If you have to know everything out of the top of your head, it's literally impossible.
You want to hear something? Want to hear something crazy? I'm one of the crazy people that knows the type, model, and ammo capacity of the blaster rifle that Wrecker is using in Bad Batch.
Wasn't it also tweeted out like a while ago? It was from a game. Am I confusing things right now?
That happens. As someone who's running 3 guilds as an officer in another guild and a DM, I love to torture myself. Okay, your character looks nice. Thank you very much. I put a lot of effort in designing Layla.
That I've been working on.
I can at least fudge my dice as a DM. If you fudge your dice, you're a bad DM. I'm sorry. Calling you out. Don't fudge your dice rolls. There's a Discord server for just regular Swtor. First, I've never heard of it. Yes, there is a normal Discord server for regular Swtor.
Okay, I'm gonna link you something in the Discord, and it's a document. I feel free to show to the other people as well, or can I post also your this thing? But basically, there's an arc that I've been working on.
Ooh, oh.
But to come back to the Guildmaster stuff.
This
so
is
like
17 pages long. Amazing! I love it.
It's just one thing that I had been working on as a Guildmaster and a Dungeon Master in one, and the thing was we never run it. I made it, and it's just sitting on the shelf right now because I just didn't want to run it, and I was like, guys,
listen,
I gave you my little baby.
I feel you because right now I have an entire world on the shelf right now. Like I've been writing a book, but also I've been writing this homebrew for the Star Wars RPG by Fantasy Flight Games, it's not Star Wars related, but it's working the same system, and it's an entire fantasy world with the races, and I have 5 races completed and 1 story arc completely done, and I have yet to run it with anyone because I haven't been able to find a group. So it's just sitting there on the shelf, NPCs created and everything. I drew maps. I have the map of the world and maps of the cities we're going to be in. So I feel you. This right here, I feel you.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Chick, you have height maps in this.
I have height maps, that's so true, because like I was going to run this actually with an other Jedi guild, and we were like, we're gonna do this thing, and okay, you're gonna get this part of the world, we're gonna get that part of the world, we're gonna fight towards the same goal, we're gonna try to fight the mystery,
put this on World Anvil. Put this on World Anvil. It'd be so much easier to keep track of. like I created a World Anvil for my roleplay plots and stuff, and
I have to be honest, I'm currently on a roleplay break in Star Wars Republic right now. It's like, yeah, the guild is slightly dying. People, like the officers, have left to a different guild without telling me that they went to a different guild.
Oh no!
The main characters, so I looked at earlier, and I was like, oh, well, 2 of my main officers left all the main characters.
Oh, that sucks. All right, so I only have 5 minutes left of your time. So
I promised some things to do, and I was like, oh, we screwed up the time zones.
No, you didn't screw it up. I screwed it up. Because I move my schedule around to that so I can stream 1 day a week. I spend the rest working on videos, and because of my day job, and I am stupid because I thinking that you're only 6 hours ahead, and every day I was asking Google what time it is in the Netherlands.
What time is it?
Okay, so what I wanted to talk about, like, so a lot of people don't know the origins of the rat ghoul plague. It says rat ghoul resurgence is coming. Google, I don't care. I already know what time it is in the Netherlands now. Shut up.
It is. Oh boy.
It's almost 8:30.
It is. And Vault is right. Carnus Muur.
Yes, Carnus Mur. He wanted, like, of course, this starts with the Sith wanting to create an army of obedient servants, because we all know how that goes. So, he was like, okay, I'm gonna make an amulet that's I'm gonna imbue it with Sith magic and all this other stuff, and that's going to turn people into rat ghouls. But there is a plot twist. It doesn't work on Force sensitives. And a few other alien species, but specifically it didn't work on Force sensitives. That means the other Sith and Jedi are immune to it. So instead of just like scrapping the whole idea, because what kind of Sith would give up like that, he was just like, how about we just make a virus and we'll do it that way. And the virus,
space COVID.
Yeah, exactly, space COVID. And I tripped this out because I think this happened before the Death Troopers novel came out, which was very similar to this, except Death Troopers was like an actual biological virus. So you have this rat ghoul disease, and the source is this amulet. So Thorn is fighting a losing battle because the rat ghoul disease is never going away until that amulet is gone. That is actually kind of scary.
I wonder if we're gonna get something about it in the story maybe one day, because it's like an occurring event, but
yeah,
it would be cool if it would be brought more into the lore.
Yeah, and this happened like back during, I think this happened like during the Sith Wars, if I'm correct, like because it was like a long time ago. It was like,
it goes back to the Mandalorian Wars, like before Terrace.
Right before that. Yeah. So, and excuse me, and the last thing I found out while researching this is it's actually in the Codex in the game. Adelar Highland has a personal and like is diverting a bunch of money from GSI into the Thorn Project for a personal reason. Do you want to guess why? And it's actually kind of sad.
Tell us.
Adelar Highland's family was murdered by rat ghouls on Tatooine.
Oh.
So we're dealing with a grieving man dumping literally Walmart's annual fiscal income into a subsidiary of his company, trying to eradicate a disease that killed his family, and it's never going to work.
That's so sad.
I know, right?
So noble, but so sad.
That is like, that's ridiculously sad. And it's like, and GSI throughout the game has made a bunch of dubious and morally ambivalent things, but what can we expect from a company whose motto is we're neutral so you don't have to be?
It's actually their motto.
Yeah, that's actually the company's motto. The company's motto is wait. Yeah, we stay neutral so you don't have to. That's GSI. That's GSI's motto.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. That's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. So like, and if you've done any of the quests on the other planets, you see GSI all over the place. Like
That's true.
Like what is it? They were like the windmills on Alderaan. They were trying to use that to create a storm weapon, a weapon that could like summon storms and kill some things.
That sounds so dangerous. That's how did they ever got approved?
Well, yeah, and not just that. Didn't we learn from the planet prison that this is a bad idea?
Always.
But yeah, so that's like a bit of the rat ghoul stuff. And I'm actually really upset that I messed up the time. We couldn't spend an hour talking, but people have lives, and I don't right now because of my god dang work injury. But
yeah, maybe we should do this more often. Like not in like later in the night, but maybe we can do a video together one day.
I would love. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to do it. I would love to do a video together. Darth Eros would love to pop in into Aviria's video and be like, "What's up?"
Okay, let's do that. Let's do virtual
that.
handshake. Virtual handshake.
Yes, virtual handshake. I'm down. So guys, if you guys aren't following Aviria on Twitch, go and follow her right now. If you guys aren't subbed to her on YouTube, why are you subbed to me and not subbed to her? So go sub to Aviria, Swtor, Lore, and More on YouTube, and find Aviria here on Twitch. And
just make it Aviria. Currently is more than lore. I keep saying that it's lore and more, but currently it's more.
It's Aviria more and more, not so much lore. Aviria more and more, not so much lore. There we go.
Oh god. Yeah.
I'm like,
God,
all right.
I'm having a tear eye of laughter.
Well, you enjoy yourself. I don't want to keep you held up.
Yes. Yeah, because I made some other plans, so I was like, I can do it for an hour, and it was like, oh crap, this is gonna overlap. But we'll speak each other soon again.
Yes, we will. All right, and like, you enjoy yourself. Have a great day.
Yes. Thank you very much. You have a lovely stream.
Oh, thank you.
Bye-bye.
I will try.